Hello, everyone. This is William Armstrong. This is a Fail Fridays edition with me, William Armstrong. Fail Fridays or wah 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 wah. Price is Right, Losing Horn. Fail Fridays. This is on Gizmodo, but I'm going to read it. It's 1 minute. Astronaut tool bag becomes unexpected satellite after ISS International Space Station spacewalk slip up. Oops. NASA astronauts are trying on their spacesuits ahead of the spacewalk. In space, misplacing a bag of tools is hard to recover from. A tiny mishap during a recent spacewalk outside the International Space Station ISS has led to a new object in the night sky, with a tool bag now orbiting Earth ahead of the space station, temporarily taunting the astronauts who dropped it. Oops. During a spacewalk on November 1st, astronauts Jasmine Mockbelly and Laurel O'Hara were carrying out a handiwork outside the ISS when they accidentally let a tool bag float away where it could no longer be reached. The bag of tools orbiting Earth is at the same velocity of 17,500 miles per hour, or 100,000 kilometers per hour, as the ISS is now circling the planet ahead of the orbital lab, according to EarthSky. The orbital slip-up was tracked and cataloged as a +6 magnitude object that is approximately 1 minute ahead of the space station. At 6 plus magnitude, the wayward tool bag is just slightly below the limit of visibility to the unaided eye, EarthSky revealed. But if you're curious about the lost tools, you can probably view the bag with a pair of binoculars or a small telescope, depending on weather and ambient light conditions. On X, Jonathan McDowell posted, the crew lock bag that floated free during the November 1st EVA 89 spacewalk has been cataloged as a 58-229 1998-067WC in a 415 by 416 kilometer orbit. Oops. This isn't the first time spacewalking astronauts have misplaced their tools while tethered to the outside of the space station. Most recently in 2009, an orbiting tool bag met its fiery demise in Earth's atmosphere after floating away from NASA. Astronaut Heider Mary Stephenson Piper nearly 9 months earlier. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. The tool bag likely doesn't pose a threat to the orbiting space station, but a growing amount of space junk in Earth orbit increases the risk of it bumping into spacecraft and causing some damage. The orbiting tools will likely remain in orbit for a few months before losing altitude and disintegrating Earth's atmosphere, but for now it haunts the pair of spacewalking astronauts who lost it. Oops. So the space astronauts in the ISS International Space Station and inadvertently made a big oopsie where they dropped some tools in outer space. They're now floating in Earth's atmosphere, or almost in the Earth's atmosphere, but they're floating outside in outer space, but they're not floating nowhere near the Earth or anywhere near there, because if it was floating near the Earth, gravity would pull it forward if it got too close to Earth's gravity. But, however, the astronauts are fixing something on an international space station, but they accidentally dropped the tools in outer space. So now those tools are now floating in orbit, but just visibly below the naked eye or things like that. So you'd have a pair of binoculars or a telescope to see it, but the items are visibly below visibly the naked eye view. So, oops. For these astronauts, epic fail. This isn't the first time that's happened. Space junk is a thing that there's space junk like debris, like a bunch of debris and stuff floating in outer space indefinitely till it loses its altitude and starts crashing toward Earth, like asteroids and stuff, or meteorites, something like that. But these tools are just very small that you need binoculars or a telescope to see them. They're just visibly below the naked eye view, meaning you can see the moon with your naked eyes at night, but up closely with a telescope. But these tools are very difficult to see with just the naked eye alone. So, this is William Armstrong signing out with Fail Fridays. See you next time. Bye bye.